Ja, herzlich willkommen den Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauern in Deutschland. Israel Inside, eine neue Folge in der Weihnachtszeit. Und wir haben schon 5 Folgen, glaube ich, sind es von Israel Inside, und dass das realisiert werden kann mit Stimmen aus Israel. Da bin ich sehr dankbar und danke Joram in Saarbrücken, der dabei ist, und Ethan in Australien. Herzlich willkommen. Und dann haben wir ein ganz junges Gesicht. Es gibt nicht Stimmen aus Israel, sind nicht nur die alten weißen Männer, aber wir hatten ja auch schon eine Frau, sondern heute sprechen wir mit Ben. Und wir werden gleich ein bisschen ins Gespräch mit ihm kommen, aber Ethan in Australien wird ihn ein bisschen einführen und vorstellen. Ich gebe dir das Wort, Ethan.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Ben Carasso.
Thank you.
Ben is 9 years old. He's an ambassador of the State of Israel. You can say the tomorrow of the State of Israel. A boy that speaks the interest of the Jewish people in the State of Israel. I just Googled him a little bit, and I found a heading, President of Pennsylvania University is out, and Ben Carasso, 9 years old, is in. Just imagine. And I think that this speaks for itself. And I thank you so much, Ben, for agreeing to speak with us, for so many people that loves Israel. And I also would like to thank Mom, Avital, for giving us the opportunity to meet with you. Ben, thank you so much for joining us. And the stage is yours, Riklef, Yoram, and I will join you later.
Yeah, now we are already the 77th day after 7th of October, after the massacres and slaughters of Hamas in the Gaza villages, in the Israeli villages and kibbutzim. In the beginning, Ben, when did you hear about it? At school, or did your parents tell you what happened?
We were shocked. We were on a vacation in the north.
Okay.
And my mom told me that the war started, and we had to go home. There was alarm almost in all Israel, and you have to go to the safe room whenever it's alarm. And in the start, you didn't go to school. You didn't have anything to do. You just needed to stay home.
Where do you live in Israel?
In Tel Aviv.
In Tel Aviv. And how many days, how many hours did you spend in the shelter, in the safe room, Mamad?
If you count all of the times we will be here, maybe we have to stay 10 minutes there when we have an alarm. So maybe at least 2 hours.
Yeah. And it's Mamad, a safe room in your apartment, in your house, or yeah. And when did you the school started again? This week you went to school, right?
Yes, it started because we have a lot of grades and not we have a shelter, but the bigger grades is in the second. They have more floor up, another floor up, so I don't think they will have time in a minute and a half together. So they're learning from 8 until a quarter to 11. learning from 11:15 to 2:45.
Yeah. And when did you think I have to speak for Israel, and why? What happened that you thought I have to do something for Israel, for my country?
First of all, it's come from my family. My family protects Israel, builds Israel, and I don't want to make them upset that they sacrifice them for this country.
Yeah, but it's not a regular case that the child thinks I also have to speak for my country. It was your own thought?
When I was 7, I went with my mom. That she's telling about Israel, the history of Israel. So
Yeah.
I like what she said and when she talked about Israel, and I saw it important in my eyes. So I wanted to tell about Israel too. Then when the war began, I came with my mom and I tell how is it to be a child in this fight.
Yeah. The Hebrew word is hasbara, to explain the situation of Israel to the world. And you are now a speaker to the world. I found your YouTube channel, and one can see you at, I think, at Instagram, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it important to you to speak to the world?
Because Hamas is telling about Israel bad things that we are not, and I need to explain the world what country we really are and what's the history about it and what's the story about it.
Yeah, and do you think it's important? We have newspapers, we have TV. Why is it important to you to add your voice as a child?
First of all, there is fake news and
Yeah.
tellings about us, and even if I'm a child, I think I can do whatever I can do, and sometimes I tell things easier than other children or people. But sometimes people don't want to listen to me because I'm just a child.
Okay. Do you think so? No, I think maybe as a child you have a more influence maybe than other people. Yeah. So I think it's important that you do it. Yeah. Yeah, you told us about fake news. I heard that Yoram wants to ask you also about these fake news.
Yes.
Right, Yoram?
Yes, there is a lot of fake news from Gaza about Israel and Sahel. Do you have an example of this? And
Yes.
what was your reaction to blame Israel in foreign newspaper and media?
I have a couple of examples. First one, that Hamas told the people in Gaza. Hamas told the people in Gaza to tell that the children and babies were dead because of Israel. And second, Hamas told that we blown a hospital, but they blown a hospital because there were rockets inside the hospital.
Yes, there is also a lot of in the newspaper and foreign media, a lot of reaction to blame Israel. What do you think about it?
I don't think that's a good idea, because when they will really find out that Hamas were lying, they will be very angry.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. This is our goal. We try to do something about it. Did you hear there was a discussion in the U.S. Congress with the three presidents of U.S. Very important U.S. University, and they have a disrupting statement about the massacre of Israelis. What is your response to them, and what do you think that the this president failed?
First of all, in school, if someone is even thinking to bully or boycott a kid, you send them immediately to the principal, and principal punish them. So that's what the presidents of the universities missed to do. They didn't punish the students who called for the genocide of Jews. The Jewish students had to hide in the library because they were scared that someone will hit them.
Yeah. Yes.
Ben, I wanted to ask you about an incident that you had in one of the universities. You're traveling with Mom in Europe. Mom is a lecturer for communication, and she moves from one university to another, traveling and teaching. And you were facing an Iranian student who asked you a question if you think that the Hamas is legitimate for the Hamas to protect the people of Gaza, and you corrected him. Can you share it with us?
Yes. First of all, Hamas is not protecting the Palestinians. If they think to take children in my age and don't feed them and like that, I think that's really bad things to do. And if the Hamas thinks that's how you protect Palestinians or people, they're wrong.
Right. And you know, when you think of the children of Gaza, and you see them sometimes talking, I see it from time to time, watching kids speaking in Gaza to Al Jazeera station. Would you, for example, take the opportunity when the war is over and meet with Gazan kids to a discussion, roundtable discussion, and share with them your feelings and maybe tell them how much they're missing to live in peaceful and free society?
Yes, I want to talk with them. First of all, if they want to blame someone, it's Hamas. They're making all this terror. And I would like to speak with them and understand what they feel, and I will tell them the truth, that's the truth, not what Hamas is telling all the bad stories about us.
And would you think that the kids in Gaza should go to school like you, learning about the history, not only learning mathematics and the language, but learning a little bit about the neighbors who could really help them to develop their place? Did you think once about, say, a peaceful Gaza, similar to the cities like Tel Aviv, with a beautiful beach, with a beautiful place to enjoy? Do you think that it is possible one day to change Gaza and make it something similar to the Israeli cities, like your city, Tel Aviv?
Yeah, I don't think they can learn, first of all, when the rockets in their class bombs under the chairs. And maybe if Hamas will stop making this terror and the Palestinians will understand, all the world will understand how Hamas is a bad thing, that it's only thing or us or nothing. And maybe if Hamas will be destroyed someday, I think that could happen, yes.
Perfect, fantastic. And just from my side, the last question I'd like to ask you, and I think it's probably, for me, it will be a spontaneous reply from you. When you're sitting in your classroom with your teacher at the school at home, do you speak about the implication of the war? Do you have debates with your friends at school and during breaks between lessons? Or the school is leaving the issue of the war at the moment outside your conversations?
Yes, we're not talking about that in school because I'm in 3rd grade and I don't think we need to talk about it yet. But I learned from my mother and from anything that I heard, and I put it all together. And you just need to think about the war and know a little bit, and then you will understand what will come next.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's a great reply. A great reply. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Wycliffe, your turn now.
Yeah, I think it's also a good idea to speak not too much at school. I saw a video that in Gaza, the children already in the kindergarten trained with weapons and sang hymns of Hamas. So I think it will need a lot of time to change bad education and propaganda. So you have also some time until you go to the army and will have a profession. Do you think about it? What do you like to be when you are 20 or 25? What do you want to learn or study?
First of all, I would like to do something that will help the world.
Yeah.
And what can I do to help? And in the army, I would just want to protect my country, Israel, and maybe other countries when I grow up. All the thing I want that the world will have peace and we will be together. I don't think that there is a better thing than that.
Yeah.
Ben, just a quick one. Ben, when we went together to Albania and you were really part of the delegation, every one of us wanted to hear you telling us something. It was really amazing. And I think that you've been also to the Albanian parliament and singing a tikva together. You remember? It was really an amazing experience. And in fact, I would like to commend you. I would like to give you a compliment for being brave and speaking the voice of the Jewish people and Israel, wherever you are with Mom. And, we are representing the Israelis outside Israel. And you have today over 1 million Israelis living outside Israel, like Itzik Moshe and all the other guys that you met along the way. And, our aim in the global Israeli leadership, you see the logo behind me, is about keeping identity of the 2nd and 3rd generations of your age group, of children your age who could be one day or another, wherever they live, ambassadors and representatives like you, and learn from you how to be brave and stand and talk to, in your case, to an Iranian student in one of the universities who really don't understand how the Israelis are chasing only one thing, which is peace and quiet.
Yes, it's only for Israel in the world that the world will understand which country we really are and what Hamas is really are.
Yes.
Yeah. Ben,
Rike
now we
and
are
Yoram,
traveling
please.
with your mother, but I would be happy to welcome you when you are a little bit older and come alone to Germany. I would be happy to introduce you here in Germany.
Yes,
Yes. I said to Avital, to Mom, that one day or another you start traveling, especially during holidays. Let's wait for July to September when you are on a Chofish Gadol, the next Chofish Gadol, and try to give you a reason when the time will allow it. We'll give you a reason to represent the state of Israel wherever we are. And same like when you were with us in Tirana, in Albania. I think you amazed every one of the delegation's members. It was unbelievable. And thank you so much, really, for joining us. Great meeting with you, and good luck in whatever you do. Ben, you're a special young man, and let's do whatever we can, with you together assisting us.
thank you very much.
But for now, I thank you wholeheartedly and wish you Shabbat Shalom to Israel.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Avital, for dedicating Ben for us and for many, many, many viewers in Germany, in German-speaking places.